Hello, sixth grade science students. It's Miss Baylor. I'm going to take some time today to explain to you what it is that you are doing for the Design a New Species assignment that is posted in Google Classroom. This assignment has a lot of components to it, which is why I figured that I would kind of walk you through it again in case you had any questions or in case you were absent today, since I know that a lot of students have been out sick lately. And if you were opening this up, it might be kind of confusing if you were just looking at it and not in class. So hopefully I can help you kind of answer those questions. Right off the bat, I do want to mention to you that this is due on March 21st, which is this coming up Wednesday. This is being posted on Monday the 19th. So those of you who are in class know that we had today to work on it in class today, and that if it was not done, then it was assigned for you for homework, and it is due right when you come into class on Wednesday, March 21st. So I just kind of want to mention that before we get into anything. But today, your task is going to be to create a new species to live in a habitat of your choosing. And what you're going to do is you're going to do a little bit of research on that habitat and a little bit of research on the animals that live in that habitat so that you can make a species that will be able to thrive in that habitat of your choosing. What you're going to be working on today is this Design a New Species profile. And there's lots of different ways that you can get to everything that you're working on today. You can use the links on the document itself, and there's also the links on Google Classroom that you can find. So it may be kind of confusing where you can find the information from, but it's all there for you. So you've got the directions here. And you have 4 different steps that you're working on today. Step number 1 is choosing your habitat and kind of doing some background research on the animals that live in that habitat. Step number 2 is using a website that I'll show you in just a second to create your new species. Step number 3 is finding out specific information about each body part that you're choosing for your new species. And step number 4 is creating a final new species profile where you get to make a name, explain the characteristics, and then any other important information for your new species. So if we go back up to the top, you have 2 links up here, and it says choose one habitat from the National Geographic link above. That would be this link here. You can click on it, or you can also find it in off of the Google Classroom website. And here you have lots of different types of habitats. If you click show more, you'll be able to see a couple more. And what you'll do is you'll click on that habitat of your choosing, whichever one that you would like. You'll read through it, and what it asks you to do on your document is to collect information about that habitat. So what habitat is your new species going to live in? What's the weather conditions like? What information does your audience need to know about that habitat? So you're basically writing in this box here basic information about the habitat in general. Then what you can do on this website, it may have some information about the animals that live there, but probably not a lot. So what you're going to do is you also have another link here which actually takes you to a video, and again you can find that video on Google Classroom, animal adaptations video. And you can add just characteristics about different animals that live there. You know, why do they need to have that characteristic? Why do they need to have the legs that they do? Why do they need to have the, teeth that they do? Any kind of information here will be very helpful for you for the next step. Then you get to step number 2. It says using the Switch Zoo link, website number 2, create a new new species, which you'll click that link, and again, you'll find it in Google Classroom. It'll load for a little bit, and what you'll do is you'll choose a just basic host animal, basically for the habitat that you're choosing. So if I know that monkeys are common in my habitat, I'm probably going to choose monkey, and that kind of gives me the basic makeup of a monkey. But then I can go in and choose a head, legs, and tail of my choosing that I think would work best for my habitat. And as I'm going through choosing different head, legs, and tails, what I'm going to do is add information about the original animal that came from and information about that original animal. So already, if I'm choosing the monkey as my base body, I have a little bit of information down here where it gives a fact. I can write that information in the body section. I could type monkey and then the information about that animal here. And again, the main idea of this is to pick characteristics that will best suit whatever habitat they're living in. So if I think that an animal in the desert would need a jaguar tail for whatever reason, I would explain, and it would also change the picture here. I would explain why that it's coming from a jaguar and information about the jaguar. You can also find a lot of information about each animal. It says a complete profile of each animal. If you click here, it takes you to a whole list where it actually gives a lot more information than just the one sentence quick definition that they gave here. So again, that's right at the bottom right hand corner of the screen. You can click that. It'll pull up a window for you. And you'll be able to see all of the animals that you were able to choose from there, which is very helpful, especially for our purposes. So again, collecting information on the website, but you're also adding it to this organizer here so that you have justification for why you're actually choosing that body part for your new species. You're not just kind of choosing any that kind of make your animal look really cool or silly or funny. You're choosing ones that will specifically help you live well in your new environment. Then, once you have your new species created, you have your head, legs, tail, and body all chosen. What you're going to do is you're going to go into detail for this new species. You're going to make a name for it. You're going to give, your own profile information of that new species. And then if you really want to be creative, any other important or interesting information for your new species. So if you think that, it won a record for something, if it's the fastest animal at whatever speed, you can write that here. This is where your creative elements can take over, especially also in the profile too. Also on Google Classroom, like I said, the links are all here, but if you want to just use the document for the websites, that's okay too. But on here I also have a key, which in red you can see just a very basic example of what information you're kind of looking for in this assignment. So you can kind of look to see, all right, what kind of information does the example include? I'll have to make sure that I include that kind of information in my organizer. And then I also have here, you may notice, I have a picture included for my profile. I'm able to do a screenshot on my computer. If you know how to do a screenshot on your computer, you're more than welcome to do that. But I'm not going to be able to have time to explain to you how to do a screenshot on your Chromebook because I'm not working on a Chromebook today. So if you do know how to do that and you can help other people take a screenshot of your picture, you can. But on here, you're not able to actually copy and paste the image of the species that you created. So that is your assignment for today. Hopefully you got some work done on it during class today. And if you have any questions, please just let me know. And remember, this entire worksheet is due on the 21st, right when you come into class, so that we can spend time sharing your new species with your classmates. If you have any questions, let me know, and have a great rest of your day.